If you have a side-by-side refrigerator with ice and water in the door, this might be helpful if your dispenser clogs up with ice. To get to it, to your ice maker, you have to remove the inside little storage panel, and you can actually see the ice maker in the back. It looks a lot like your typical ice maker on a regular, like single door refrigerator, but it's turned sideways. And you know, these new refrigerators, they're all computer controlled, so you know, it's a little bit kind of, I guess, daunting on whether or not some of the old techniques to fix the ice cube size will work or not. Once you've removed your little storage tray, I've already gotten my cubes out of the tray, and you can see that your ice maker is here. Here you've got your little arm that will shut the ice maker off whenever the arm strikes the ice cubes to keep it from overfilling, which that really wasn't my problem. My problem were the cubes being too large and not being able to go through the door. There's two mounting screws here at the top, and I'm going to take those out. I've just got a little nut driver, and I'm going to remove those. There's an electrical connection in the back, and I'll disconnect that. Then we can lower the little ice maker out and see if we can make some adjustments or not. The type of cubes I was having trouble with, it would make these double cubes and they'd be connected up here on this end. Sometimes I'd even have 3 cubes or more that were connected. So what I'm going to do is show you how you can adjust that. On this ice maker, all you're going to need is a Phillips screwdriver, and you'll take this one screw out. And what you'll see is this adjustment right here. You'll be able to see a positive and a minus with an arrow and the line in the center. I think pretty much their standard setup is to always put this to line up with that center mark. But this seems to, for me, that it makes these cubes too large. So all you're going to do to make them smaller, move this or screw this in to the negative side, and that's going to decrease the amount of time that it lets the water run into the tray. And by doing that, it should make a smaller cube. Now that we're ready to get it reassembled, we'll just go back in the reverse procedure, installing the cover and then putting the ice maker back in the freezing unit. Just a couple of things to look at while we've got it out. Here's your electrical plug, and also here is your little funnel or trough used to catch your water that your timed valve will put water in your ice tray. So you want to kind of look at this and make sure that it's in good shape and not going to come off or anything, nothing cracked. Alright, your first thing, just to kind of show you a little bit, here's your little water valve that it'll put the water in that little funnel for your ice tray. And it's kind of a little wrestling match, but there's your plug that supplies the power and controls your ice maker. So you'll have to get it positioned here and ready for the install of the ice tray. This little switch right here, it's a combination on-off switch. you'll turn it in the on position when you have it back installed. What you can do is you'll rock it over to the line, and then you can push in and hold it in, and that will manually make it cycle. It'll raise the arm and all that. But now that I've kind of ran it through a cycle, I can now see that my water is being put into the ice tray, and we'll let it freeze. We'll see how big the ice cubes are. Something that I wanted to show you is that before, when I first took this unit out, there was a little plug there, a little plastic plug that slid in there, and I didn't try to pull it out. I kind of worked with it a little bit, but I thought, well, maybe that's part of the electronics, a sensor, temperature, bulb or something like that, so I didn't get too forceful with it. And after I'd gotten that cover off and all that, I saw that it was just a plug. So what you might do is on your refrigerator, you could actually just pop that little plug out, and it's a straight shot to that adjustment screw. And if you screw it in, that's going to put more tension on the spring, and it's going to make the cube smaller. If you screw it out, it's going to make the cubes bigger. So I thought I'd pass that on. That'd save you a lot of this disassembly, but being that I had never done it before and wasn't sure what was behind that plug, I think that's a pretty good tip on this ice maker here. Well, I may be rushing it a little bit, but we're going to give it a try. Put it on cube. Well, it looks like those cubes came out pretty good, and I'm happy with that. So y'all be sure and give it a try. Thanks for coming by. This is Rusty Glovebox, and I'm out of here.